Bill Owens is the father of Ryan Owens, who is the Navy SEAL that was just killed in Trump's botched Yemen raid. And now he's demanding answers. So he said this to Trump: "Don't hide behind my son's death to prevent an investigation. I want an investigation. The government owes my son an investigation." Now, he also goes on to say that he couldn't bear to shake President Trump's hand at his son's funeral. You know he's mad when, you have the opportunity to meet the President of the United States and you're like, "Nah, I'm good. And fuck that guy." And for those of you who don't know the specifics that have been released so far, basically on day one after this happened, the White House did a victory lap. And they said, no, it's great because we just killed a top al-Qaeda operative. A few days later, what happened? That top al-Qaeda operative, who was reportedly and allegedly dead, released a video taunting the White House, saying, "You didn't kill me, you idiots." So then they moved the goalposts and said, "It's cool because we still got like a bunch of al-Qaeda guys." Come to find out, along with those, they said about 14 al-Qaeda guys that they got, there were about a dozen innocent civilians, including an 8-year-old girl that were killed. So many women and children. Coming to find out, well, they didn't really get the 14 al-Qaeda guys. And then the civilian death toll ticked up to about 30. About 30 civilian deaths, again, including an 8-year-old girl. And then they moved the goalposts one more time to, well, we got valuable information. And then the article came out just yesterday. Actually, no, they didn't really get any valuable information. So in other words, President Trump approved a raid that was a failure on every single front, killed at least 30 civilians, including an 8-year-old girl and many women and children. Now, this raid was so up in the air and such a question mark that there were reports that Obama and his team refused to approve it. They were like, "No, we're not going to prove it. That's crazy. You don't have enough evidence to prove that this guy is there, and, this is a risk that we're taking, and it can backfire, and it can kill some of our people," and that's what happened. There was Ryan Owens, a Navy SEAL, died. So you had one death of a Navy SEAL, the raid was botched, and at least 30 civilian deaths, including women and children and an 8-year-old girl. And on top of all this, you ready for this? At the time when the raid was going on, now remember, Trump went after Hillary like nobody's business. Benghazi. What are you doing? You should have been more involved. You should have done this. You should have done that. During the raid, Trump was not in the Situation Room. Is that what's called the Situation Room? That's CNN's Wolf Blitzer's show. But I think it might actually be called the Situation Room or some other room, whatever, where the president and his cabinet looks at what's happening in a raid. They have it like in front of them. It's the room where, you saw Obama and Hillary Clinton see the Bin Laden raid, that famous picture. Trump was tweeting when this was happening. So he wasn't in the room. So virtually every criticism that was leveled against Hillary for Benghazi, which, by the way, is one of the few conspiracies against Hillary that is just total bullshit. She died. The right actually claimed like she wanted our soldiers to die. What? She did a stand down order. What? So that's total bullshit. She didn't do anything wrong for the Benghazi thing. But all the criticisms that he leveled against her, that's what he was doing. He was in his bed, literally tweeting while this raid was going on, and the raid shouldn't have been approved anyway, and the evidence was not enough to justify doing it, and so many civilians were killed, including a little girl, and our own guy was killed. So now this father knows all this, and he's like, "Hey, go fuck yourself. How about you do an investigation into what happened, because my son deserves it." Oh, man. I mean, of course you're going to get shit like this with Trump, man. He's incompetent. He's not that smart. And my guess is you had somebody who's a smooth-talking top official in the military who came to Trump, and this guy personally supported the raid, so he talked him into doing it. I mean, guys, you do know Trump was out there for a while saying, pharmaceutical companies are getting away with murder. Oh my goodness, the cost of the drugs are too high. We're going to make it so Medicare gets to negotiate with them. Believe me. So he was saying the right things. He was right on that point. It took literally one meeting with a group of big pharma lobbyists to change his mind. He walked out of that meeting saying, we're not going to negotiate with deals because Medicare is hosing the pharmaceutical companies. It's unfair. Wait, what? So he went from thinking pharmaceutical companies are victimizing Americans and price gouging them, true, to thinking the big pharma are the victims. Because all it took was a few smooth-talking lobbyists to say, no, here's why you're wrong, and they give him a bullshit argument, and he goes, amazing, tremendous, I didn't know that, believe me, and then he goes out and acts on that. So we're up shit's creek without a paddle, to use an old phrase here, because how much more damage is he going to do in 4 years? I mean, there's so much damage that can be done in 4 years. And then who knows, with the Democrats not even able to get their shit together, it could be 8 years. I mean, what's going to happen? Fucking Tim Kaine is going to win? Cory Booker? Oh, God, this is sad. I'm getting depressed doing my job right now, guys. That's what's happening.